With the new Superman movie coming out this week, we jump back in time to 1983 to check out Superman 3, and I tell you what, I'm actually glad I did. With good old Christopher Reeve returning as Superman, Richard Pryor as Gus Norman, we got Jackie Cooper, we got Margaret Kidder, she's returning as Lois Lane. Don't you worry about that. And here's a fun fact for you. Lana Lang is played by Annette O'Toole. She's beautiful in this movie. She plays Clark's mum in Smallville. How's that? That's some crazy shit. And I forgot about that until I was watching this again and I was like, oh, where do I know her from? Holy shit, it's Clark's mum. But in this, she wants to get it on with Clark as Lana Lang. Also, crazy that my DVD copy here does not have Richard Pryor on the front cover, who's the main star of this movie. What the fuck's up with that? So Richard Donner's moved on, and now we got Richard Lester directing this one, so let's get into it. The story starts off with this one with Richard Pryor's character getting his unemployment benefits cut off, building the story around him, which I did like. And before we really get started, I hadn't seen this since I was a kid, because everyone always bags it. And I remember VHS days, it wasn't that great, but I'm glad I watched this again. But then we have an opening sequence with 80s comedy accidents all over the city. It's a very odd choice and goofy. Makes you think, what are we about to watch right now? Because it was a bit silly, the opening after the Richard Pryor bit, all this stuff in the city. Very silly and odd. Clark is off for a school reunion at Smallville with a few hiccups on the way, but once in Smallville, it's actually a pleasure to watch, especially seeing Lana Lang and the other douchebags from his childhood. And I really appreciated that, and I forgot as well, watching this, again, that this was in Smallville. Basically the whole movie, not in Metropolis. And I really appreciated that they moved on to another area. And we all wanted to see Smallville again. We all love fucking Smallville. Now, as for Richard Pryor, he's scored a job at the computer company and he's figured out a way to skim the computers to get all the missing fractions of pay into a check for himself. Pretty fucking clever. It's successful, and the boss, basically the new Lex Luthor in this movie, because no Lex in this one, unfortunately. He likes what he has done and wants to take over the world with computers, and he needs Richard Pryor's help. And to Smallville we go. It's actually a great idea for a new story out of Metropolis back to Smallville, and this movie has a big focus on computers, that they are the future of evil, and yeah, they got that right. Now Richard Pryor, he fucks with the main system, causing banks to malfunction, traffic lights being screwed up, chaos causing main storms in Colombia. Yeah, the computer caused a storm in Colombia, with Superman ruining their plans. They make their own kryptonite. You can make your own kryptonite, but this self-made kryptonite doesn't kill Superman. It makes him bad. It makes him bad to the bone. He's on the piss now. He's grown stubble. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a crap about the world. He wants to live his life. And this is great. From straightening the Leaning Tower of Pisa to blowing out the Olympic torch, and to chatting up chicks, causing oil spillages, and getting drunk as fuck, because welcome to the real world, Superman. You're living life now. Now, I don't know if they were leaning towards Bizarro character here or not, but they did a good job with having his colours on his suit faded. I felt like they were trying the direction of Bizarro, but they couldn't get it done, so they were making him bad from a kryptonite that wasn't made properly. It worked for me. But the weird and random part begins when he splits from himself and evil Superman versus Clark Kent fight happens, and that was a little cringe. But we get good Superman back, and is now a battle with Mr. Webster, controlling all the weapons with computers. Sounds like today's world. With a bit of a silly final encounter against the computers, and now Mr. Webster's sister turning into a robot. It's just random stuff happening in this third act. But he defeats them all, as Superman does, with pretty much ease. But what doesn't make sense to me is Superman doesn't take Richard Pryor to prison. Richard Pryor was one of the main culprits that was doing all the work for friggin' the main bad guy. He's a part of it. You don't get, just because you were working for him, you're going to prison, mate. But no, he just lets him go and helps him get a job. A shit job that Richard Pryor doesn't even want. And that's the end of the movie. Richard Pryor doesn't go to jail. Moral of the story is you can do bad for someone and you won't go to jail. Back in the 80s. I didn't mind this. I liked it. I had fun. It gets a 6.2 out of 10 for me. And let me tell you how I got those scores. With my own rating system that I do, the story and the plot was only a 6 out of 10. It was a bit silly in some spots, so a bit silly there. The casting and the acting is a 7. You missed out on a few points for not bringing Lex back, unfortunately. The dialogue is only a 5. It's pretty cringe at times, the dialogue. Bit silly as well. Visually, it looks good. An easy 7 out of 10. Looks pretty good visually. Action-wise, 6 out of 10. There's some good fights and all that. Could have been better. The fun factor gets a 7. Gets a 7 there. I'd chuck in the fun factor with superhero movies. You've got to have fun factor, so I had fun with that. The pacing was only a 6 though, unfortunately. Engaged and drawn in, entertainment value, both only getting a 6 out of 10. There were cringe spots during this movie that you just weren't entertained and engaged the whole time. But as per advertised, only gets a 6 as well. You thought it was going to be more epic than it was, but they tried to slip in a bit of comedy there with Richard Pryor, which didn't work all the time. It was 50-50 with me on that. But that's how I get the 6.2 out of 10 for that. And it's higher than what IMDb gives it. IMDb only gives Superman 3 a 5, a solid straight out 5. So you're getting an extra point there from me, but my rating system's pretty much on point there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are you looking forward to the new Superman that comes out this week, next week, whenever it comes out? I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I'm on night shifts when that movie comes out, so I will do the week after. When I come back, I'll go see that at the cinemas, and I'll do a spoiler review on that one, and we'll get to talk about the good and the bad. Looking forward to seeing the dog, Crypto. But what do you think of this one? I didn't mind it. Can you like and subscribe down there for me? Let's boost this channel up. I've got the hiccups. Let's boost this channel up, and let's get it skyrocketing. And I can do more of these retro flashback reviews. And just like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. Make sure you say hi to your mum for me. That's the main thing. Tell me if your mum says hi. And I'll see you next time. See you!